Hi everyone, it's Monday and week 5. So my 5th episode is up now, titled Move. It will help. So have a listen over at anchor.fm/her healing hour. And this week I wanted to show you just a couple of poses, shapes, movement to help ease you back into your body, take you out of your mind, and sort of relax. So in yoga, we refer to these as yin shapes. And the reason why I'm going to focus on yin shapes specifically is because, well, frankly, we are all turned up a little bit too much. There's way too much anxiety. There is too much just heat, intense emotions are in the air everywhere. And Mercury in retrograde is not helping. So we all need some movement, yes, always, but movement to facilitate us easing ourselves down into a relaxed state, to bring us back into our bodies, to help us really just shift our central nervous system from sympathetic into the parasympathetic, which is where all the magic happens. Rest and repair and all that good stuff. So I'm going to show you 3 postures that you can practice at night, especially if you're struggling. You can literally roll off of your bed and do them on the floor. And I hope that this will help bring some relief to those that are struggling with sleep. And I know that there are many that are struggling. So the first one is actually really simple. We would call this yin yoga if we were in a yin class. So you want to bring your hip right up next to the wall, and then bring your feet up so everything is touching the back wall. You can then release your arms, create a nice little T shape, or you can bring your hands up and over your head and then just release. Soles of the feet are facing the ceiling, and then just surrender. This is a gravity pose, so the benefit to this pose is received when you can fully release. This is a great opportunity to do a full body scan, starting with your toes, moving up towards the ankles, and the knees and the hips, and inviting softness into all of those joints. Releasing any tension and gripping. And continuing with the body scan, moving in towards the lower belly area, the diaphragm, the rib basket, filling these areas with breath as a way to add space. Adding space is another way to release, to let go of any gripping. And then eventually moving your awareness up towards your shoulders, the wrists and the fingers. Inviting space to come into these areas as well. And lastly, moving into the throat, the jaw, the temple, and then that space between your brows. Bringing in kindness and compassion to all of these places. It's a nice little way to bring full relaxation back into the body. So this pose you can hold for an indefinite period of time. sometimes if I'm really struggling to get to sleep and it takes me a really long time, I'll even crack a book open here. So this is a great one. And then I'm going to show you guys another shape that you can take. And the following two are more like inversions. Inversions are a great way to, again, bring you into the body and to calm the body down, especially if you're emotionally charged. And so getting your legs out, you can keep them out hip distance apart, even more if you want, because you can bring something in here if you want to rest your head. But, you know, taking a nice deep breath in and reaching your fingertips up towards the ceiling, feeling the lower ribs actually moving away from the tips of the hips, and then folding over the legs, placing your hands wherever they land. It can be your toes, your ankles, your shins. It's always nice to have a bit of liquidity, a little buoyancy in the back knee, keeping a bend. Even if you can come all the way to the toes is not a bad idea. Because again, it invites softness, and we're always trying to soften in these poses so that we can open and release. And then from here, if you have a block, or since we're all at home these days, pillow, whatever you can use, books, great way, again, to just sort of release into this posture is to allow for your head to actually come into contact with the surface. And in this shape, it will look very different for different people based on what's accessible to you. Some people might be able to come all the way down. That's never the goal, but it's fine if you can get there. It's really just about bringing that curvature into the spine, adding space into the lower lumbar spine, which is always compressed because we're already sitting far too much in our day-to-day life, never mind in a pandemic. And then breathing into the backside body, adding space, filling that whole area with air, separating the vertebrae with air, adding expansion. So you can hold that posture again, you know, start off with 2 or 3 minutes, and then work your way up to 5, whatever feels good for you. It's yogi's choice. And then last but not least, these again are all great for right before bed, is to take the feet so that they're further than hip distance apart, right? Toes are kind of angled in. And then you're going to flick your tailbone out as you take a breath in, activate the core, and then just come over. Come over your legs, keep the back strong, and grab the elbows. Now you can do this with your feet just hip distance apart. It's still an inversion. And then I would invite you to maybe bring more of a bend into the knees so that the lower belly is actually resting on the hips. Then grabbing the shoulders and really allowing for the head to fall towards the mat. So not holding any tension here, or anywhere really, releasing everything. And this pose, this shape, if you can hold for just 2 minutes, will also help to relax you. It should help you to access sleep with a little bit more ease. Okay, that was long. But there you have it, guys. A couple of steps that hopefully will, a couple of moves that will hopefully help bring you back into your body and allow for you to rest and digest. Thank you so much, guys, for all your support. See you next week. Bye.